Speaking of being here, ladies and gentlemen, the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix.
How about that?
Yeah,
Big weekend. Big weekend.
Bo,
What's up?
Bo, what's going on, dude? Let me see if we can get you. Should get in here. Let me get you in here.
What up, Bo?
Yeah, we gotta get close. We gotta get
Hey,
close.
Coach, how you
Long
doing?
time no see. Good, man.
know.
We just talked the
Wow.
other day, and then you went and beat my Chiefs, man. Well done.
Well, yeah, somebody else is about to beat your Chiefs this weekend. Hey, Bo, real quick, can you talk before we let him go back to his job? Obviously, huge game this weekend. About kind of what an Oregon team or a program is like with him as your coach. He feels like one of the most electrifying humans we've ever been around. Obviously, Bo.
He is, and he doesn't fake it when he gets on screen. This is what you get at all times, and he's one of the best coaches in America, in my opinion. And he helped me get to where I am today. I owe him a lot, but obviously I'd be saying the same stuff if he wasn't on the program with us. But I love Coach Lanning. We had a great 2-year run together, and I wish I could run it back any day.
Love you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Keep balling.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
Good luck this weekend.
Y'all should see Pat run this show from up here. He's got all these buttons. It's impressive, man.
Come on, man.
You're
Let's do it out
impressive.
there. I appreciate
I
you.
got a little gear for you over here.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you for
Appreciate
that.
you, man.
Thank you. We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Lanning. They're clapping for you. They're clapping for you. So you know that. They're clapping for you. Bo, hey, sorry, brother. That was perfect, actually. I'm happy you got a chance. So hold on. Let me.
Perfect timing. I needed to holler at Coach real quick anyway. That was good.
What did you want to say to him? Did you want to get anything from him? You need some more Oregon gear? They just brought me a box. I can ship it your way if you need it.
Hey, listen, they take care of us just fine. We got all the gear we need. Trust me.
I know. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of been the story about Oregon way before the NIL era. Always had the greatest gear. This place is special. There's a fog happening right now behind me that is absolutely outrageous and doing some numbers to our cameras currently. So we appreciate you kind of dodge, duck, dip, diving, and dodging with us. Let's talk about you. So we had Sean Payton on the show the night you were drafted during our draft spectacular, and he couldn't stop talking about how it was like love at first meet with you. Obviously, he loved the film, but then once he started talking to you, the person, it was like an instant connection. What was that from your side? Did you feel that as well? Because there's obviously, AJ got drafted number 5 overall. Obviously, you got drafted high. I got picked 222, you know. So we're kind of in the same boat here. But whenever, like, there's some teams you feel a better connection with, there's some coaches you feel a better connection and you're like hoping for. Is that something that happened with Sean Payton? And don't feel obligated to say yes, even though you kind of are in this moment. But what are your thoughts of, like, from Sean Payton meeting him to now?
Well, I loved our visit when he came out to Eugene. We were able to sit down and really go through a couple hour long meeting, talking football with him and Davis, my quarterback coach now, and we just literally went through an install and we talked a lot about football, where it originated, how he got it, and we watched some video along with it, watched some of my stuff, how it compared, and I always knew we had just similar background, similar style. He likes the quick game. He likes the shots, and obviously I love throwing the football. So for me, it was it was all about going to a place to be with a coach that, in my opinion, had so much knowledge and so much experience that I could learn from, and that's exactly what I got with Coach. And then I think underrated is Davis Webb, my quarterback coach. He's just he's always prepared me extremely well, especially from the get-go. He played the position and know what it's like to walk into a game, and so he prepares me on a very good level, and we're always ready for the task at hand.
I love to hear that about you and your coaches. Your coaches feel the same exact way about you. That's a beautiful thing. That means you're an absolute dog on the field and off the field. We respect and appreciate that, especially with the future of the NFL being in your hands. From last year to this year, going into the season, you guys were like Super Bowl darlings by everybody. And it was always because how good the defense is. This defense can win. Sean Payton going to be good on offense is how everybody just kind of views Sean Payton. For you, from last year to this year, whole different ball game? Understanding what NFL defenses are doing, understanding what your offense is. Like, how do you describe last year versus this year? And you guys obviously up and to the right, brother. Congratulations on all the hard work.
Well, thank you. But it definitely, one, starts with a defense. In this league, you got to be able to stop people. And it comes down to the end so many times to where we just feel comfortable with our defense that they're going to go out there and get a stop no matter what happens. They rush the passer at a all-time effective way, and they do a great job downfield covering guys, and make open field tackles, a lot of erasers on that defense. So we know at all times you're going to have to stop people. And if you can stop people, that's the name of the game. And offensively, we're, at times we've been great this year. At times we've struggled, but I think when it matters most, we know how to go down there and just finish out the game and do what we need to do to close it out. And it's not always an easy 4 quarters. Everybody acts like we're great in the fourth quarter, but I just think we're great at finishing the football game. And we have timely possessions where we score points, we score touchdowns, we get a field goal, whatever it may be. We tend to go down there and do it. But at the same time, we've done it for a couple weeks now in a row, but we still got to continue on this trek and continue this this role we're on. But it's not going to be easy. We got a really tough schedule down the stretch here, and we just got to find ways to continue to close out these close football games that we've been in.
Yeah, I think closing out games and winning games is a trait that great teams have, and obviously you have 5 fourth quarter comebacks this season. That's tied for the most alongside the Bears. That's some Hembo stats for you. It feels like we're just watching Will Lutz kind of come out and win games alongside every other kicker that is in a winning position and on a winning team. I want to let you know, Bo, you're fun to watch, and we've seen a lot of you. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Bo, just curious, now with the way college football is, we a lot of times guys, they'll have one prolific year and then they're going to the NFL and getting drafted high. But with guys like you and, Brock Purdy comes to mind too, like a big talking point is these guys are so ready to play in the league because they started so much in college. Do you feel like that was the case with you, that you were kind of just ready to take that baton and run with it because you had so much experience playing college? Obviously, the NFL is next level. You have to improve and learn. But how ready did you feel like you were when you got into the NFL?
I feel like I was as ready as I could be, but at the same time, the NFL's, it's its own league. It's its own thing to where you even have to get some experience in that before you feel like you're, super ready and prepared to go in each and every game. But I think playing as much as you can in college is only going to help a collegiate athlete, and it's only going to help for the future. And so a lot of these guys that, are making decisions, I think there's nothing wrong with going back and doing it again. And, being in college, learning from your coaches, learning from experience and seeing defenses over and over and being in different types of games and having different types of outcomes. I just don't think that's a bad thing. And I think in the grand scheme of things, when you look at myself, Jaden, all of us that spent a lot of time in college,
CJ,
it's just showed up and we've been able to, it's shown and it's allowed us to grow, I think, as younger players and have some success early.
What's your dims? What's your dimension? Sorry, you feel like you're a bit of a stout individual. Are you? I'm thinking 225.
First of all, I didn't know where you were going with dims there for a minute. I was gonna have to ask what that meant, but I'm glad you clarified. I'm 6'2", 215, so I feel like there's so many of us in the league that are around 6'2", 6'3", 6'10", or 210 to 225, 230. I feel like we all fall in that category, and I'm right there in the middle.
Okay, so they use that for traits whenever they're scouting guys and everything like that, but I think it matters. You have to be a little bit bigger to take some of the hits. Have you transformed how you kind of came into this season versus last year after taking some of the hits from grown-ass men? Has that changed anything with you and how your body is?
That's a great question. I focused this offseason on maximizing, and it sounds crazy, but maximizing how athletic I think I can be and not neglecting that and just being able to run as fast as I possibly can and be able to move as quick as I can. And the size is always going to, be there. And I feel like, 215 for my frame is plenty. I can get up to, 220 and it's like, I don't feel much of a difference, but I think the strength is there. And I think at this point in your career, with the college strength and conditioning program where you worried about strength, I think now because everybody in the league's athletic. If you can move away from people, if you can run, if you can try to avoid some guys and run for a first down, I think that's where defenses, they can't stand it. So a lot of us, going into the league, if you look at a lot of the guys in the league right now, up and coming, the guys that are just showing up, I think the ability to escape is what sets guys apart. You've seen Patrick do it for forever now. Josh does it at a high level. Obviously, Josh is different size than all of us. He's bigger than every single one of us, it feels like. But there's still an element of moving and getting away from the blitz and the pressures and being able to extend plays that I think just gives defenses a hard time.
Yeah, I think everybody has to move nowadays. The strictly pocket quarterback is of days past. I think that's just natural evolution of athleticism amongst males potentially, and especially in sport of football. I don't know. I don't immediately think it. You guys need to stop taking hits, though. Okay? You guys need to stop taking hits. You big athletic guys. Hey, we're so super athletic. Okay. Well, get your ass out of bounds or get down. Okay? Because our league depends on you. All right? So you need to know that. My livelihood, my happiness. Okay, my daughter, I love her. My family, love my family. I will get happiness from my family. Okay? But my happiness comes from NFL football. And you assholes, okay, you super athletic now, new quarterbacks, need to just, let's not be as alpha all the time. Okay, let's just not take hits because we need you. Okay, these eyes need you out there. All right, you got that?
I got it. And trust me, there's nobody that wants to avoid these big shots more than me.
No, me. I think it's me. Now, granted. No, yeah, Sean Payton probably as well. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's talk about the youth of your team, seemingly. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Bo, obviously everybody knows Courtland Sutton. He's been in the league for a long time. He's been great for a long time. But your other wide receivers, Pat Bryant's a rookie. Troy Franklin, second year. He's only 22 years old. Marvin Mims, I believe, is only 23 years old, too. Obviously, you being young and coming in with these guys and building with these guys, is it exciting because you know that you're also young and that you can continue just to keep getting better?
Absolutely. It's being young is a great thing, but it's also, in the league, they don't really wait on you. So you got to, mature as quick as you can. But we have a very, all of those guys that you just, listed, they're extremely mature. They're great football players, and they're only going to get better in this, during the season and then in their careers. But I think it's good that we're all learning together, and we know that there's sort of a hurry to get better. It's like as fast as you can get better, especially in this situation we're in, going, leading, our division and playing really good football. The urgency to even get better is there. And, it's great to have younger guys. They all have, fresh legs. They can run all day. They're eager, they're excited. They show up to work each and every day. And I think they're just very competitive dudes that, we all just want to show up and do whatever we can to win. And right now we're doing that. Now there's a lot of room to grow, and we can just watch over and over things that we can get better at. But I think that's the fun part of football.
Yeah, you guys are number one team in the AFC. Okay, you said, yeah, we're leading the division, blah, 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 blah. You're the number one team in the AFC. Yes, above the Colts. I actually had to have them pull this graphic up from my little monitor here to see where exactly we were sitting and where they were sitting, because I wanted to talk shit immediately, and then I was showing this graphic. It's like, okay, Broncos number one team in the AFC. Everybody needs to relax. Okay, everybody needs to show them their respect, as they should. Speaking of respect, your teammates are showing you a lot of respect. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Bo, a lot of us are prisoners of the moment, and I would definitely throw myself in that category, so I apologize if you've ever seen any of my tweets about you. I'd take them all back, especially after your unbelievable performance against the Chiefs. It feels like you have kind of silenced all the doubters. And Adam Trotman gave a great post-game just about people who do talk crazy about you. And, you go out and have that performance, and it's unbelievable, and you beat the Chiefs. And then the conversation this week is more so about the Chiefs losing than the Broncos, going out there and getting a massive win. Do you guys have that bunker mentality within the, the building where, hey, everybody else can talk about whatever the hell they want? We're 9-2. We're the 1 seed. At the end of the day, that is indisputable. They can't really say anything about that. How is the team when it comes to that mentality? And does this feel like one of the closest teams you've ever been on?
We actually do talk about how close our team is. We just got a lot of young guys. I mean, I think our oldest guys are year 8, year 9. So we're just all in similar stages of life. I think that's what makes us close. But we also know what it was like last year. We know what it was like to lose some of these close games. And so we have turned some of those around. We have had a better record in close football games this year. But I do think it just goes back to the confidence and the belief of the team. We believe that we can win these games. We're not going up and I feel like last year sometimes we didn't expect or didn't think we were going to find a way to win at the end. And then after a couple of those games this year that went our way, we just kind of felt like, hey, guys, we got this. We can win these close games. We got really good defense that we can lean on. We got offensive playmakers that are going to make plays when time comes. And then Will's done a great job in clutch time. And so when you look at our team, look at how close we are. We just know what it can be like on the other side, so we don't try to get too focused up in the the narrative or the perception. That can go so many different ways. You were exactly right in the it's all about the moment. We get so stuck in the moment to where in another week people will be saying something totally different. So we try not to get too caught up in the chaos of what's going on outside. We just try to live within our building and go to work every day, find ways to get better. There's so many on clips or out there that list of things that we have to grow and get better at. And I think that's also what's keeping us a little bit urgent and hungry. We know we have these things to get better at, and so we don't really have time to sit around and act like we've made it, because we really haven't. We're just we're winning close games, and that's what's put us in this situation right now.
Hell yeah, Bo. Hey, I don't know if you know this man or not, but it's a compliment when I say this, and I think a lot of people take it the same way. I don't want you to take it any other way. You sound exactly like Kevin O'Connell when you're speaking, and that's good, not bad. Every answer you give is like of a leadership, what you're hoping for your quarterback to be, and we appreciate the hell out of you. I want to give you a nice shot here of these trees and maybe take you back to your time in Eugene and maybe get a little feeling as they test the sky cam for tomorrow's massive game against USC here at Autzen. We appreciate the hell out of you, Bo. Good luck the rest of the way. Stay healthy.
Thank you so much for having me today. And by the way, go Ducks. They're going to get it done.
What's the final score? What's the score? What's the score?
Yeah. I think Dante and the boys, they'll put up 31 points, and our defense will hold them to 17. It'll be 31-17 ball game.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, college football analyst.
If they give up 17, they will be mad, though.
Okay. All right, respect. Go. We appreciate you, Bo. We're back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice.